Okay, we're back. I'm very wet. I just got out of the shower. I didn't seem to dry off. I just dry off real quickly, but like. So next up is dog training. This episode aired on January 27th, 2002. This is an episode I very vaguely remember. Like, I feel like I have seen it, but like parts of it, I'm not sure if I remember. I remember the Teletubbies Everywhere portion. The girl, I think from Russia, training her dog. Uh, the narrator saying Teletubbies everywhere. The line is said a bit too early. So the 15-minute episode, it has the opening segment from going in and coming out, where Lala's playing with her ball, but the Nunu tidies it up. And the first part of the magical event tune plays, which I don't think I remember that. And the TV event music from Go Exercise with the Teletubbies is used. And when the windmill scene spinning when the TV event starts, when we hear like the music getting like more upbeat and the Teletubbies like are giving each other a big hug and falling down, the windmill whooshing sound is different, which that I was not expecting. I might remember that. It happens in another episode, but we'll get to that later. And the TV event is the going in and coming out TV event, which I vaguely remember seeing. I think I saw like a video of some girls watching this episode. It was the UK version, but I think they were speaking in like American accents. Some parts were probably filmed in America. I think some of the footage might be like extra footage from like other TV events. And then they do the walking dance, which is the same version from Ducks, except the opening music is a bit different, just slightly different. And Lala cheering at the end is a little bit off sync. Yeah. And like I said, with the baby son clip that we usually see at the end of the TV events, that shows up at the end of this dance as well. We see that a lot in this season, which I never even realized. Tinky Winky's the missing Teletubby, and Dipsy's the boo shouter. And the pledge drive airing, it's the other segment from going in and coming out. There's two opening segments because, like, at the beginning of the episode, they have Lala playing with her ball, and then they go watch the dancing bear rather than a TV event. And then we have the other segment where the same thing happens, where the Nunu ties up Lala's ball, except we're like seeing it from the perspective of like outside, like we only hear like what's happening inside. Which that segment I may or may not remember. And then after a TV event, they do the animal parade, apparently without the elephant's trumpet. I'm not sure if I remember that, really. I might remember the event being in this episode, but I'm not sure about that. And then the windmill stops spinning. And Lala's the boo shouter. Did I say when this episode aired? This episode aired on January 27th, 2002. And the rerun airing, it I don't know what that sound was. It has the segment from Bubbles, the UK version after a TV event where Lala's ball keeps changing sizes and shapes, which that I vaguely remember, but it ends with the baby son giggling. It doesn't show the windmill spinning or stopping. And Pose the boo shouter. And the Sprout airing, it has the opening segment from 10 Pin Bowling, where Lala's playing with her ball outside, which that I might remember. And then after TV event, it's the Magic House, which has the opening shots from the different clouds segment from Mark Making Pictures. As the bottom left window version, the windmill stops spinning. I'm not sure if I remember that. And Pose the boo shouter. In the alternate Sprout airing, it has the opening segment from Ice Lollies or Ice Lollipops, where Lala wants to make some tubby custard, but she can't because the windmill starts spinning. I think I might remember this. I'm not sure. I remember like one of these. This was like a recurring segment where like each of the Teletubbies try to make tubby custard, and then the windmill starts spinning. They don't say "oh," they just groan and just run off, and they're not wearing their bibs. So yeah, and then after the TV event, it's the Stamping and Stepping dance, which is the same version from the Sunday special version of Naughty Cloud, where it's a shortened version, and the camera cuts to the windmill spinning for a magical event, which is the Animal Parade with the windmill stopping. Yeah, that I don't think I remember. Next up is sign painting. Some of the dialogue in Teletubbies Everywhere is a bit off sync in this episode. So yeah. So the 15-minute episode, I call it Masterpieces, because that's what Poe makes in this episode. It's the handprints segment from Hand Painting, which I'm not sure if I remember. It's where Poe accidentally puts her hand in a bowl of tubby custard and makes handprints all over the place. Yeah. And yeah, Nunu has to tidy it up, obviously. The baby son's giggling at the beginning is different. Okay, I feel like something has been erased again. I don't know why this keeps happening. But yeah. And it has the... And some of the lines are changed. Like instead of spots, it says handprints, and tidy, it says cleaned up. So yeah. And then they go watch a magical event, which is the 3 ships. And it begins with the regular whooshing sound. And after the Teletubbies say uh-oh, it's the windmill whooshing sound, which is kind of the same one from Cuddle's Poor Paw when they go watch the Magic House. And then after that, it's the... Let me see. Yeah, I didn't type this very well. After that is the Running Away dance, which is the same version from Becky and Jed Finding Eggs, the US or UK version, which I may remember an episode with the shortened version of the dance. I'm not sure if this is one of them. The baby son's giggling at the beginning is different, and the Teletubbies are heard cheering at the end, and the voice trumpet's slightly delayed. Lala's the missing Teletubby, and Tinky Winky's the boo shouter, the little like ad on the bottom before the credits show up showing pbskids.org is a bit slow. I should mention this season and the previous season, at least in most episodes of this season, they mention America Online keyword PBS Kids, and like I don't remember that at all. Like America Online, wow. Yeah, who even remembers that? Is that even still around? This episode aired on January 28th, 2003. And the Pledge Drive variant has the segment from Washing the Elephant, where they keep making messy accidents and the Nunu has to tidy it up. And then after that is the Stamping and Stepping dance, which is the same version from Hedgehogs, and then the 3 ships. I'm not sure if the windmill stops spinning or not. Probably not. Lala's the missing Teletubby, and Poe's the boo shouter. And the rerun airing up, the handprints segment begins with the rabbit song, from what I've heard. I'm not sure if that's true. I'll probably look it up later. Yeah, I might remember something like that. I'm not sure if this was the episode I saw with that. And then after that, they go do the walking dance, which is the same version from Level Crossing. and Tinky Winky's the missing Teletubby, and Dipsy's the Boo Shouter. In the Sprout area, it has the segment from Making Music, where the Teletubbies keep hearing noises inside the house, which that I'm not sure if I remember. And then they do the Round and Round dance, which is the same version from Windmill. And Dipsy's the missing Teletubby, and Lala's the Boo Shouter, possibly with the alternate ending music. Again, I'm probably gonna erase that until further notice or something. In the alternate Sprout area, it has the segment from Ladybirds or Ladybugs, where the Teletubbies are going like high up, like Poe goes like on top of the house, I think. That I vaguely remember. And then the Round and Round dance, which is the same version from the Sunday special version of Windmill, where the camera just cuts to the windmill spinning after the dance ends, and they go watch 3 ships, and then the windmill stops spinning. And Tinky Winky's the Boo Shouter. Feeding chickens, not feeding the chickens. So yeah, another recycled episode. Some of the backgrounds are a bit different. Teletubbies Everywhere for the Teletubbies Love Each Other Very Much segment. It's an indigo background, and a peach background is used when they all disappear. I don't know how hair keeps getting on my laptop screen. Oh, and hand or sign painting aired on January 28th, 2003. But back to feeding chickens. It starts with the opening segment from Dragonflies, and it has the baby son smiling at the beginning, unlike in most of these episodes, but the sounds are a bit different of her sighing. And yes, the opening segment from Dragonflies, where Tinky Winky shouts "Big Hug" and everyone comes to him, which that I'm not sure if I remember. And then the Colors Brown TV event, which that I'm starting to vaguely remember. And then after that, I'm surprised I can fit this in here. I'm not sure if this is true information, but most websites say it's in this. But it's the segment from Cuddles' Poor Paw, where they see someone has made a mess in the house. They're wondering who did it. And then the windmill stops spinning after the Teletubbies say "oh" and run off. I think the sound might come a bit early, kind of like in hand painting, which, like I said, with hand painting, the magical event tune came a bit early, like in Cuddles' Poor Paw. And then this is one of the episodes people have been predicting where, like, when the camera fades to the voice trumpet, it's already, like, facing the camera instead of showing it turning to face the camera. Which, yeah, I don't remember that at all. Lala's a missing Teletubby. I don't know why I put a question mark there. And Poe is the Boo Shouter. Wait, hold on. Yeah, Poe's the Boo Shouter. This episode aired on January 29th, 2003. Did I write 2002 for some of these episodes? I meant to write 2003. Yeah, for dog training, I accidentally put 2002. So yeah. And in the Pledge Drive area, at the beginning of the episode, it has the segment from Goats, where the Teletubbies come to the spot where Little Bo Peep usually finds her sheep, and they give each other a big hug, which that I vaguely remember. And then the segment where Tinky Winky shouts "Big Hug" comes at the end of the episode, with the clip of the baby son giggling at the end from Hanukkah after the dancing bear, which I'm not sure if I remember that. And Dipsy's the missing Teletubby, and Tinky Winky's the Boo Shouter. In the rerun area, it has the opening segment from Badgers where Dipsy's just walking around, which that I might remember. And then after that is the after a TV event is the tiptoe dance, which is the same version from Rolling that I'm starting to vaguely remember. I think that might be another early memory. I think this might have been one of the first Teletubbies Everywhere episodes I've seen. I'm not sure. I think I might remember the Teletubbies Everywhere portion. Pose the missing Teletubby and Tiki Wiggy's The Boo Shouter, possibly with the alternate ending music. I might not erase that this time, unless I'm wrong. I usually am wrong. On the Sprout area is the opening segment from Squirrels, where Nunu is tidying up the Tubby Toaster, and he makes some Tubby Toast and he tidies that up, which that I might remember, but I'm not sure if this is the episode I remember with it. Oh. And then after TV event is the Three Ships, which starts with the opening shots from the Bell segment from Oranges and Lemons, which that I'm not sure if I remember, I might. And the windmill stops spinning. Dipsy's the missing Teletubby, and also the Boo Shouter. In the alternate Sprout area, it has the opening segment from My Dad's a Tram Driver, where the voice trumpet says a rhyme, "Hark, hark, the dogs do bark," which that I vaguely remember. I got confused with the segment from Colors Green, where the voice trumpet's mooing like a cow. And then after TV event is the segment from The Very Proud Crown, where Dipsy and Lala are going for a walk, which that I might remember. Next up is Indian Dance, another recycled episode. I don't think I remember the Teletubbies Everywhere portion, but I might remember the 15-minute episode. I wonder if in some airings they changed like the Teletubbies Everywhere episode, but like the 15-minute episode would remain the same. Like, yeah, because like that's kind of the thing I have with like this memory. This episode I call A Day for Dancing because it has the Day for Dancing segment from Ballet Rhymes, which I know the segment's on the What's That DVD. I think it was that DVD. I think I might remember seeing this on TV. It has the different Baby Sun clip at the end, the one we usually see where the Baby Sun's shown giggling in excitement, which I'm not sure if I remembered that. But then after that is something that I don't remember at all. It happens in 2 episodes, but it's the Happy Dance, and the Happy Dance is not the last part of the episode, because most episodes I've seen have the Happy Dance at the end, but something else happens after this. In both of these episodes I'm talking about, I don't remember having that happen. I remember just either ended with the Happy Dance or didn't have the dance at all. This might be one of the episodes I remember where like it just ended with the dance. But it's the same version from Ballet Rhymes once again, where the windmill starts spinning and they go run off to watch a magical event. It's the Magic House, which is the same version from Delilah Packing, apparently, UK version, where like it's the bottom right window version and the camera fades to the windmill stopping. And only the second part of the magical event tune plays after the Teletubbies say uh-oh and run off. And I think the voice trumpet might be halfway up from what I've heard. So yeah. Yeah, this version of the Magic House I may or may not remember, but I don't remember happening after a Happy Dance. And Dipsy's the missing Teletubby, and apparently has the same ending from Cuddle's Poor Paw, where Lala's the Boo Shouter. This episode aired on January 30th, 2003. In the Pledge Drive airing, it has the segment from Carousel where they're dancing around the control panel, which that I may or may not remember. And then after that is the happy dance still there. Oh wait, no. The happy dance is still there, but comes after the magic house, which is the same version from rapping, which also is the bottom right window version. And the happy dance is the same version from My Home is a Boat. This is what I remember. That kind of thing happening. Yeah, I don't know why I'm losing my voice right now. And then I used the ending from Numbers 4 version 2, where Tinky Winky's the boo shouter, from what I've heard. In the rerun airing, it has the Dipsy special dance segment from Indian Dancing, which that I vaguely remember. I think it's a bonus feature on the Again Again DVD. I'm doing like a video at some points. I've kind of been stalling and procrastinating on it, but it's a recap of the home videos. It's not me talking, it's just me showing like the documents from my phone, like I've done with other recap videos. I have a recap video planned, but it's not Teletubbies. Uh, it's another show on PBS that I think you might know what it is. It was part of the Bookworm bunch. Yeah, I used to do a recap of that show with me talking, but enough of that. And then after that, the happy dance is removed, and and they go watch the magic tree, which I think might start right after. See, again, I feel like I might have like deleted something. Yeah, it just starts right away after the baby son giggles at the end of the previous segment. It's the same version of the magic tree from Naughty Pig, which that I might remember. And Poe's the boo shouter. And the Sprout airing, it has that same segment from Indian Dancing where Dipsy's doing a special dance. And then after that, they do the Stamping and Stepping dance, which is the extended version. And then the episode ends. I'm not sure what version of the dance it might be. It might be from Going for a Walk, I'm not sure. And Dipsy is the boo shouter. Yeah, this is kind of his episode, I guess. In the alternate Sprout area, it has the segment from Good Morning where Dipsy wants to dance, which that I vaguely remember, another early memory, except this might have aired a little bit later. But like, I might be thinking of another episode. And then the Animal Parade, which I think is the same version from Digging in the Sand for Worms. And then after that is the Round and Brown dance, which I think might be the same version from Throwing. Yeah, that's it. Next up is Fall Leaves, or Autumn Leaves, or Just Leaves. Either way, it's probably another recycled episode, even though it has nothing to do with the original episode. Usually a lot of the 15-minute episodes also have to do with, like, what, like, the Teletubbies Everywhere episode involves. Like, in Teletubbies Everywhere, in Feeding Chickens, they talk about, like, color brown a few times, and yeah. So this one's about jumping in leaves. I think you might know what this is. I might remember the Teletubbies Everywhere portion of this episode, I'm not sure. And the opening segment is the segment from Jigsaw Elephant, where the Teletubbies are sidestepping inside the house, and the baby son giggling at the beginning is off sync. I may or may not remember this segment. I'm not sure. And then they watch the Jumping TV event. It's the original Jumping TV event from the UK series, from all the way back in season 1. And the regular audio of Lala giggling when she gets chosen is used in some versions of this episode. I might remember, might have been one of the alternate airings. That's what it says here. But yeah, I'm not sure. And yeah, there's a similar thing with like the US version of the jumping episode. I can't remember when I watched these two episodes. Both of these TV events were switched around. Like this had the other jumping TV event. But yeah, I don't think they would be able to fit that in there though. The baby son's giggling at the end is different. And then they do the jumping dance, which is the same version from Grasshoppers, except the regular opening music is used at the beginning. Which that I might remember. And then the voice trumpet's delayed. Poe's the missing Teletubby and Dipsy's the Boo Shouter. This episode aired on January 31st, 2002. In the Pledge Drive area, it has the Magic Tree, which again is the same version from Naughty Horse Returns, which I'm not sure about that. And Dipsy's the Boo Shouter. And the rerun airing, it has the opening segment from Maori singing, where Tinky Winky is going for a walk, just walking around, which that I might remember. And then after the TV event is the jumping dance, or no, I don't know why I'm reading it wrong. It's the three ships, and it starts with the opening shots from jumping before the Four Happy Teletubbies segment, which that I don't think I remember, but the windmill stops spinning. Tinky Winky's the Boo Shouter. And the Sprout airing has the opening segment from Baby Elephant where Poe is walking around, which that I vaguely remember. And then they do the Calypso dance after a TV event, which might be the same version from Double Bass, I'm not sure. In the alternate Sprout airing, it has the segment from African Dance where Poe and Dipsy are going in and out of the house. And then after the TV event is the second half of Bird Bath, where Dipsy and Lala are going in and out of the house, and they watch the magic tree. But after the windmill stops spinning, it doesn't have the rocking dance randomly; it just ends. Dipsy is the missing Teletubby, and Poe is the Boo Shouter. And that's gonna be it for now. See you later.